Hello, thank you for watching this far into the video. This video is a little different, mostly because I used the software Wwise, or Wwise, to do the audio integration. In this project, I wanted to have fun with a different camera perspective, and in doing so, it inspired me to use more surround sound audio versus single source or mono audio that uses spatialization to create a sort of surround field around the player. I achieved this by creating 7.1.4 audio in Reaper and exporting it in the format that Wwise likes to playback. There are many tutorials out there, some I used, to create surround audio file in Reaper. I'll quickly go over it just so give you an idea of how this works. Of course, you have to set up your output to support 12 channels for 7.1.4. Then I created my surround mix channel and I routed all my audio tracks to them. On here, I used a couple different plugins that are free for Reaper. They're the ATK packs that you can use for surround encoding and decoding. I used the 7-channel decoder and encoder or the binaural decoder. Doesn't give me a lot of verticality, but I didn't need that at the time. I just really needed to hear how things sounded left and right. I used the Resurround Pan plugin. I put things and elevated them and moved them how I wanted them. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward surround setup. I'm not using the LFE channel in this case. Now in Wwise, all I had to do is set up a master surround bus, create an audio bus, set that bus configuration to what I wanted. And in this case, I had to override the channel configuration to match the output of my audio track. It uses detect, which wasn't correct. I'm actually not sure what the format is. I think it's empty, but this worked, and all my buses matched what I output out of Reaper. It's a pretty straightforward Wwise setup. I did it rather quickly. Or a larger project, I would definitely set this up and follow a more standard naming convention, but this was just for fun, and I wanted to get something working quickly. On the Unreal side of things, I used my audio volume emitter that I used in a previous video, and this time I set it up for Wwise by simply adding an AK component and using the AK component as my target. I'm playing the sound of some ambience that I made. Pretty straightforward. Followed the Wwise documentation to move the listener onto the camera manager so it's on the player. This is what the map looked like. Pretty straightforward. I also leveraged the AKAmbientAudioVolume and added the audio event urban there for the spatial audio. In this case, that event is playing both 12-channel ambiences, and I'm seeking to random places, so it gives it a little bit more variation when playing. The only other custom blueprints I made is I set up on these blueprints that use the cars. I used the Path Follower plugin, the engine plugin. I got it free off the marketplace. Using some of its values to run an RTPC, posting an event there, I'm updating the RTPC every 0.01 on a looped timer, setting the delay off begin play to then play a car horn sound. And then I'm using a sphere collision set to, I believe, 1500. Yeah. So when the player comes within that distance of the vehicle, it'll play a car horn, maybe. I believe I have it on a low percentage in Wise. Yeah, 50%. So it may not always play, but it's nice when a car drives by and it honks its horn. And then I have it on a random timer at times between 40 and 60 seconds to play. In the world, I am using some AK ambient emitters, mainly just to do a few different ambiences. There's one. There they are. All they are is just they add a little bit of spatial variation, giving the overall sonic sphere or dome a little bit more spatial effect. Overall, this was a fun learning experience, especially setting up 12-channel audio. I hadn't done that before. It was definitely a very satisfying experience to hear all the channels of audio playing around you and then hearing them in the game level. I definitely see the benefits of it, and yeah, I really hope to use this more in certain cases. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was enjoyable. If you learned something, great. If you have any suggestions, I definitely would enjoy discussing this. Feel free to comment. Thank you. See you on the next one.